kick it off, if you can tell us about tonight's game and winning back-to-back games, how it feels for you.
Crazy, right? I think if you're in the stands, I think you enjoy as a fan. I think you enjoy a good game of soccer. But again, I said that before the game. We expect that. San Jose is a good team. They're very, very offensive minded, and they create different challenges for our team. But I think the players understood what was the strategy going to the game. They were resilient for the entire game. They disciplined to the game plan, and credit to our guys who really performed tonight.
Great. We'll start it off with Garrett.
Hey, Paulo. Talk a little bit about Sebas getting his first goal, what that means for him, what that can mean for the club.
Huge. I think it's huge. I think Seba, it's a big part of this puzzle that we try to get here in Houston, and for him to get the brace today, it was great. Felt really happy for him. There's room for improvement for sure, but I think for him to get those first 2 goals, will give him a boost of confidence, and hopefully he can just build from there.
The game was, I guess you could say, a little chaotic overall. What do you attribute to that, and how did you feel the team adjusted to kind of how the game played out?
I would say that San Jose likes to play that way. They like to cause chaos. They play different defensively, and for me, is to respond to chaos, you need to give chaos as well. So that's what we try to do. We try to respond to chaos with our chaos, and I think the guys again were disciplined. We create bunch of chances. It was a game probably that we're not having too much of the ball, but I think our group adapted to that, and again, we take any day the 4-3 win at the end.
And then you guys were having a little trouble holding it out, seeing the end of the game out. Would you have liked to see a little more control, a little more possession at the end there?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. Again, it's yes, we would like to listen. We were not in our best in terms of keeping possession and connecting, but we were effective. I think what we asked the guys to do, and again, it goes back to the strategy of the game, was maybe going a little bit more direct, because we knew there was spaces in behind that we could expose them. And again, I always say there's a different strategy and different way of approach a game every time we play a different opponent, and the guys were disciplined to what we asked. And again, in my opinion, I think it worked. It didn't probably look the way that we normally play, but it worked. At the end of the day, we get the victory.
Thank you.
All right, we'll keep going in English. Victor.
Coach, 2 of your goals coming off corners. Just what can you say about your effectiveness tonight on set pieces?
Look, Chris Martinez in our staff, he spends a lot of time scouting opposition for set pieces, preparing where they're exposed or where we can hurt those teams. So credit to Chris Martinez, because I think we've been working hard on set pieces as well. And again, we win games is because of collaborative effort. It's a teamwork. It's not one guy, it's not 2 guys. It's a work from the entire coaching staff. It's the players who were disciplined to what we asked them to do. So very pleased with the team today.
Going back a little bit to the possession, San Jose seemed to control more of the ball throughout the game. It's obviously a point of emphasis that you've made to have possession, obviously, like you said, more effective. But what else can you say about why the team maybe struggled a little bit to keep the ball?
Yeah, look, I say that it was not every game is gonna look like we're gonna be controlling possession and be tiki-taking teams in our home. We play to win games, so in my opinion, we had to do something different today, and the guys did that. I think the guys did that. Sometimes you have to be effective, and I think the players were effective today. So credit to our players, credit to the discipline they show in the field, and again, that got us the result.
Tyler Pasher making his first start of the season. What did you see in him to add him to the starting lineup today?
Yeah, and look, Tyler is a dangerous guy. I know him since my Swope Park Rangers days when he was at Sporting, and then playing against him within the 11. So a dangerous player going forward, a player that really trusts the back line with his movement and his speed. So for me, Pasher was a little quiet in the first half, but he did the movement, he did the runs on the second half that result in a lot of chaos that we create to San Jose.
Last one for me. At the end of the game, you have a bit of a moment there with the fans. I would say that this is probably one of the better atmospheres so far through the year, the most loudest it's been. Maybe the game lent itself to that with the 4-3 victory in the end. Just what can you add to the atmosphere of the game tonight and that moment you shared with the fans?
It's great. Look, we know where this club was in the past, and we're trying to drive this club forward, and we're gonna need those fans with us. So they stuck with us to the entire game, even when we were losing. They stuck with us, and the players never gave up. And to have the fans behind us is always gonna help us in home games. So also this win is for them. They're being craving for those good results, and I'm happy that we again could deliver 3 points at home.
Thank you, Paulo, and congratulations.
Thank you, Victor.
All right, we'll continue on with Jesus.
Hey, Coach. Can you talk to me about the set play where Seba scored? Did you know going into the game you were going to use that set play, or was that a decision you made during the game?
No, look, all set plays are practice and train on a training facility. Now, the players know, like I said, Chris Martinez does a very good job with that part in terms of scouting the opposition, see the areas where they are exposed and where we can take advantage, and that's those are things that are trained on the training facility. So again, credit to Chris and to the players who executed very well.
Teenage, he mentioned earlier that he's happy, obviously, that Seba scored, as I'm sure the whole team is, but he said, look, Seba scores during training. It's just about him putting that in the actual games. You know, how much of a support does Seba have during this 6-game stretch where he wasn't, hitting the back of the net?
He has the support from all of us. I think, look, we scout him, we brought him in because we believe that he has something that can add to the team. And even though I still believe that it's a lot of room for improvement on Seba's game, I think today he was effective. He could score maybe 1 or 2 more, but he scored a brace. It's good to have these first 2 goals out of his back, and now he's building. He is going to be a boost of confidence for him, and I hope he keep building from that.
3 goals conceded. You've said this kind of open in the game is something you expected. Did you expect to concede that many goals?
Look, at the end of the day, yes. Can we get a clean sheet? Awesome. If we can we win the game? We won the game today. Like I said, it was a chaotic game, but after the final whistle, we got the 3 points. So that was the most important thing that we can take from today's game.
Last one for me. Something that you mentioned throughout the season is how, each game is different. You can't have the same system, the same ideas each game. This was a perfect example of that. I imagine what you've been telling us, right?
Yeah, look, I said that earlier. Now every game is going to look different. There's teams going to bring us different challenges. But again, I was pleased with how the guys fought it through difficult situations. They were disciplined. They were resilient when we went down, never gave up. And at the end of 90 minutes, that paid off, the work that they put out.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you, Jesus.